In this video, I want to talk about how a powerful leader needs another powerful leader for himself or herself. Hi, I'm Aastha Tatia, daughter of two rock solid pillars, mother to a lovely daughter, wife of a humor king, an engineer, MBA, corporate executive turned anchor person, now a happiness coach, helping leaders become the most sought after leaders by having deep connects and meaningful relationships in their organizations. Hit the like button if you find this video meaningful and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. Uh, one of the leaders recently mentioned to me that where she was struggling was the absence of a strong leadership for herself. Now, while she is a leader who is growing up the ladder, where she comes across a barrier or a block is quite often that strong leadership which is missing, and as a result she is forced to handle stuff and manage things through her own experience, through whatever she's learning on the job. And she was comparing it to her previous leader from whom she had learned a lot. She was able to upskill herself, and she was quite upbeat about the whole role. Contrary to that, now she feels more messed up and in at loss for those specific actions which could be more empowering for her and for her team also. And that brings us to a very, very important point, which is helping those leaders become more powerful and more effective, right? And it flows from the top down. So when we are not having any interventions for these top leaders to up their game and to identify their barriers, and when these top leaders, the senior leaders, are living in a zone where they feel, I don't really need it, I can actually guide others, I can help others, the way I do things is a great way of doing it. And when through that very, very limited view they are operating, then they put a block to the growth of the leaders, the upcoming leaders, who's like the next level in their team. And that definitely has an impact on the lower levels in the hierarchy. Yeah. And that's where organizations need to be very, very mindful of what interventions, whether or not are they bringing in, introducing for these senior leaders. Yeah, because growing up the ladder, they develop a certain way of doing things. They become very rigid about those things because those are the things, those are the attributes, those are the very aspects that have really brought them to the level that they are at. And if they get stuck with those, if they are living in the zone where they feel this is it, I've done it, I've brought these laurels, I've won these accolades, and hence I have every right to live with what I am living with, then I would say that's the organization is headed for a disaster. Absolutely, that could be a strong word, but I would choose to say that. So when we're talking about developing these human resources and we're talking about building the funnel for the leadership, then I think it's important for the organization to really be mindful, to be careful, and to really look into the coaching interventions, the trainings that are needed for these senior leaders to equip them to empower the other leaders and build a strong team so that they could in turn build a stronger team. Yeah. And I think that's where it is very, very, very important to consider this as a task on priority, a very, very important task at hand. And while running the race, while firefighting, while handling all that is there, to be able to prioritize what needs to be done. Some organizations very, very beautifully engage the best experts and organize interventions directed specifically to the issues or challenges at hand. There are a lot of organizations which miss out on this just because they're busy running the race, just because they're busy handling the day-to-day activities and the challenges. They miss out on these very, very crucial aspects. And they kind of try to just manage these things. Okay, let's assign a mentor to these people. The mentor can help them with the deeper life issues also. Yeah. Now, whether that mentor is equipped or not, whether he is an expert who can handle, who can support or not. So, I think this is one very, very important aspect on which the stability, the strength of the entire hierarchy rests, and a lot of times it is ignored. So, just want to urge you to think about this, and what needs to be done needs to be done. So, do hit the like button if you found this meaningful, and wait for more. Take care. Bye bye.